So weather is weird, and it's interesting how somewhere that's so close by, Rachel is at orientation right now, and it's pouring rain there, and right here, there's no rain to be had. So, I don't know, it's interesting. So she's there, she needs to come home, she doesn't want to take the bus because there's a million people there, and it's really crowded, and because it's pouring rain, don't want to deal with buses, and because she has to take 2 buses to get back home. So wouldn't want to stand out in the rain before waiting for another one. So I'm gonna go get her. Morning. So now, if you can hear it, the pitter-patter on my rooftop, it is raining here. So I drove to get Rachel, and at the halfway point, I went into the rain as it was raining. That section, and then by the time I got to school it had stopped raining, and then I drove back home, and then halfway point I went into the rain, and now it's raining here. It's really interesting to see it move and know that there's a line somewhere at this rain surrounding it where you can be standing right beside where it's raining and not being rained on, or you can walk right into it and right beside you there's no rain falling. I find that very interesting. Just a complete separation, but you never really think that that's actually happening. If it's raining, generally you're in an area surrounded by where it's raining, and you're not at a point where you can just move out of the rain or move right into a rain.
What a gloomy, gloomy day it is outside. That is unpleasant. It's like pathetic fallacy. Is that the word? Phrase? Thingamabob? Just, it's so gloomy out and depressing outside, because, you know, we gotta go back to school tomorrow. So the weather is reflecting that. Ooh, fancy. I'm excited to go back to school. I kinda don't want to, but I kinda do want to. It'll be nice to have that kind of busyness in my life again. I don't know, I kind of miss going to school and going to school. I don't necessarily miss projects and homework and that kind of stuff, but I like school. It's kind of weird to say, but I like school. For those of you who don't know anything about YouTube, there are these things called networks on YouTube, which is it's a company that picks up a bunch of channels, and then they offer these channels promotion, and you get to be a part of this community within the YouTube community. Also offers a lot of legality stuff because YouTube has copyright issues and things like that, and a lot of networks will kind of fight for you, on your behalf for your channel, and sometimes it can be good stuff, especially for bigger channels. And what they get out of it is that they get a percentage of your ad revenue, because you can technically make money from YouTube if you're a big enough channel. We are not a big enough channel, obviously. And yeah, we got approached by a network to join them, and I'm not for it. I talked to Lydia about it, we discussed it, and if it was a better network, one that seemed to offer actual benefits, maybe I'd be for it. But just kind of looking into it, the network has 11,000 channels that they manage, and they're all it's impossible to even find a list of what channels are under their name until you sign a contract with them. But I managed to actually find a couple channels that had recently been signed by them, or semi-recently been approached by them, and it was a lot of stuff that had 5 videos and 10 subscribers and stuff like that, and like channels that don't need to be part of a network. And it just seems like the company is just kind of picking up whatever they can, and then they get a little bit of ad revenue. And if you're getting a couple cents per channel when you have 11,000 channels, it adds up. So yeah, what I saw about it, like they weren't doing any promotion for those channels. So yeah, that's a thing that happened. Like, nothing against networks, because I know a lot of actual what I would call legitimate YouTube networks, and there's mixed opinions about all of them. But yeah, I was just reading into it and was like, yeah, no, this does not work for our channel and for what we want to do with our channel.
Poor Arthur suffers quite a conundrum. He really, 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 really wants to go outside, but he hates the rain. Just wait. He'll be really sad in a second. Don't you want to stay outside, Arthur? You love being outside. Why do you want to come in? Why do you want to come inside? Go outside. Arthur, go outside. Isn't it nice outside? Okay, well, I got to dry your paws off. Sit. That's not how you dry off. It kind of sucks that our last day of freedom is pretty gloomy and rainy, but we'll make do, and I like the rain anyway, although I'm not going outside in it.
Hey.
Hi.
You ready?
No.
Guess where we're gonna be in 12 hours?
School.
Uh-huh.
He has an 8 o'clock class and is relying on somebody else to drive them. What a jerk that person is.
I don't have to rely on you to drive me there.
Okay, you want to
Can I borrow your car?
No. I need to get there.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. I have school tomorrow.
Well,
too.
you know what? I know that you like to go to school like early, like you like to be there early, so you can take me to class, and then your class is just an hour after mine, so then you're there an hour early, which is what you want, right?
No, that's not what I want.
Okay, you can drive me to school.
No.
Then you can go home.
No.
And then you can
have to drive back. What's the point in that?
Well, I'm sorry. Do you want me to take the bus?
No.
Okay, good.
Because then you wouldn't go to school.
That's kind of true. I'd missed the first day. I was excited, and now I'm kind of remembering all like the crappy things about school, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to have to deal with that or
you
that
mean like
or that.
the millions of people that are gonna be there, and the parking lot gonna be full, and like oversold, so there'll be not enough spots.
Yeah.
And then people sneaking out of the parking lot who are supposed to pay for their spot.
Yeah.
Who's doing the daily thing, and then that's why the parking now costs more this year than it did last year.
Basically, all the crappy things about school is what is now all like flooding back into my mind. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's the, because I was like, yeah, school, and I'm just kind of like, oh yeah, school.
It's so crowded.
We're ready for the most part.
It's so
Yeah, you got your backpack, your new backpack.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's the prettiest backpack ever.
I have my backpack, which is over there. There it is. I found it. And I'll put like a pencil in there tomorrow.
No,
and then
you
I'll
better
be
have
set.
a bunch. I gave you supplies. They better be in your backpack.
You did give me a bunch of supplies. Well, I think I threw them in that box. So I can get those out, put them in my backpack. And then I'm set for like the semester. I'll be fine. It's the first day. We're gonna make sure we're both doing a good job. We're gonna go to school. We're gonna do awesome, and then we're gonna get jobs and make money and live life and be cool. That's how it works, right?
Yep.
Alrighty. I gotta be up in like 7 hours to get ready to go to school. That's so weird to say. I know like we've been kind of like saying it over the past week of like, oh man, we're going back to school, but the fact that tomorrow is actually back to school day is just weird. Alright. Time to get some sleep. Good night.